Hi everyone, today I'm back with the second part about my experience in my previous company. So if you missed it, check it out before watching this one. So after the nice meeting with the CEO, basically saying that we were doing a shitty job, in December actually we moved to a new office where all the team workers gathered together. So I kind of felt like a little more and more isolated since we moved in this office. And actually I received a lot of messages from the marketing team telling me like to tell them like everything that I was doing, when they actually never did the same. Like they didn't share every specific details of what they were doing. Like until now we didn't do it, and like suddenly they all like kind of like bombard me like with a lot of messaging asking me what are you doing, what are you doing, what are you doing, share with us once you are done. So finally this year in January they kind of told me that I was the problem, like that I was the core problem of the communication, and that like yes I didn't communicate enough, but like in like not even 3 days later they kind of told me that they are firing me. So basically between those two interactions, from the first time I hear about it and then them telling me they're firing me, I never got like I try to improve things because I guess okay maybe I should like do more and maybe they will kind of respond and do more too, but actually they didn't do anything or even try like to see together how we could improve this. So I kind of like felt really isolated and kind of pushed over because like I felt like I was the how you call that, scapegoat kind of. And yeah, them actually telling me that I was the issue, that I should communicate more, and suddenly tell me they fired me was kind of like really a kind of shock, and I was really surprised to be honest. Because like since I'm linked with the company with my visa, because I'm not like a free expat in Korea, I will say that way, I was really afraid that basically I would have to leave the country like in less than 2 weeks if they fire me. So I basically tried to call the immigration, but also like a lawyer to get some advice and also what I could do, because like I felt it was really unfair. I know that I'm a foreigner, that I don't know everything and I should be better to communicate with them, but I mean that's both ways. Not only one should actually make the effort and the other one just telling you shitty. So basically, thanks to the Seoul Global Center number that I talked about in the previous company, I was kind of able to leave the company in a high note and pretty feeling proud instead of feeling shitty, because yeah. So I'm not going to give all the details, but I'm going to elaborate a little on this. So basically I received like a non-official dismissal. They just told me that it would be difficult for me to keep working on the company, but like they told me you have to leave at this date, but nothing else. So they basically expected me to find a new job right away, which is for people living in Korea under the E7 visa. No, it's not like that simple, because you need to find a company that is willing to sponsor your visa and take it over. So they basically hope that I will find a new job and just transfer, and that like without any without owing me anything basically. But is it actually illegal? If they're or the one that wants you to leave, they have to give you a formal like a legal paper telling you that you are fired, the reason why you're fired, and this should be really like big reasons, not like the reason they gave me basically, and the date you're leaving the company and sign kind of. So this is really like a specific legal paper that you should receive from the company if they wish to fire you. So basically for a month I was searching a new job, and I was kind of calling lawyers, immigration, and I was kind of fighting with my company because they wanted me to sign some papers basically saying like with a contract with the end date, which wasn't my contract in the beginning. And basically, if I sign this contract with an ending date, because there is an ending date, it's not like they fired me, it's just like that my contract was over and they didn't renew it, which was actually pretty bad for me, because if I go over the job seeking visa, by being fired, I will normally to receive like money from the government, like the how to say it, to like to support for 3 months, if I remember right, because I lost the wage basically. So it was really not in my favor to sign this paper, and I told them, I'm not going to sign this, you are the one that want me to leave and fire me. I don't understand why I should sign a new contract with an end date basically. So basically they tried to do me wrong, but because I received the advice from lawyers and I was able not to be in a bad place because of them, I kind of like was able to live in high notes and fought back basically. So I'm not going to be go more in details from this experience, but I wanted to talk about this a little because I want expats to know that they have the same right than Korean worker. Even if you are under a visa, you're not resident, whatever, you have exactly the same right, and you should find out and take some advices from people that know about those rights, because you maybe something you think you're not like you can't have because you're a foreigner, check it, because sometimes it's actually the other way, you also have those rights too. And I don't want people like me living in Korea like being taken advantage of bad companies. I'm not saying all companies are bad, but they can happen, and they kind of think, oh, that's a foreigner, you won't know anything, so you won't say anything, so we can do whatever we want. There is this kind of company still existing, and I'm not saying it's only in Korea, I'm pretty sure it's everywhere, whatever. But yeah, just like I wanted to give you those this video because it was really a difficult time for me. I'm still like processing what happened, and kind of like checking on myself, like did I do something wrong, what should I improve, whatever. But that's actually good for me because like I'm going to improve and I know what I can do now, so that's pretty kind of bad but also growing experience, I'm going to say. So I'm kind of trying to be calm in this video, but I was really enraged by them at that time. But it kind of like helped me realize that I need to find kind of a place that is way better. The environment is way better and more multicultural. That's why I always say try to find an intentional company, because I think it will be way better than just only Korean. Because if you are the only foreigners, it will be really difficult for you to actually get all the cultural stuff, because you're alone and they don't really give you those information too. And that I kind of make me want to grow more professionally, but also like learn new skills. And because I was like really felt limited in this company too, and by a superior that thought that he knows it all. But I kind of like want to find a place that allow me to kind of like find out what I'm capable to do. And also like really to learn what I can do and what I can achieve. So I kind of like trying to do new stuff now, and this video, this channel is actually one thing that I'm going to try, because I have like an idea and project, and I think like having a YouTube channel will help me on the long run. So that's why also kind of like it was a decisive time for me to start something new. So that's why. So I'm not going to keep talking about this experience now on. I just wanted to give you some advice based on my experience. And yeah, that will be all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and see you next week with a new video. Bye.